love to fly up in the sky. Through the clouds I reach so high, climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light.
Beyond ATC, connected.
I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the drums begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soared into the light.
Hello everyone, and welcome to yet another live stream from the GlideSlope channel. And today we are flying this beauty, the Fokker 70, so the shortened version of the Fokker 100 we flew last time. And we came here to Seville, and today we are coming out of Seville, heading to Bordeaux. And we're taking this very pretty French regional airline called Air Littoral. From what I'm reading, unfortunately, this company did not operate to Seville, but it did operate to Bordeaux. That's our destination today, as well as Montpellier, Nantes, all those little nice airports. And today's flight is going to be it's going to be a little demanding in terms of temperature, because it's really hot in Europe right now, Central Europe. And so it's going to take a toll to our rate of climb and all that, but nothing too serious. So no significant or bad weather per se, just a little demanding on our engines, and but we should be all right. Last time I kind of rushed into the plane and we didn't get really to see the little quirks and features, so I'm going to take us some time now to do just that and show you around. This flight will be not as fast as the last one from Porto to Seville. It's going to take a little longer to get to Bordeaux, so it will give us some time to look around. We did do a walk around through the cabin, just not around the plane itself. The plane is very similar to its bigger brother. It's you can buy it separately, by the way, if you fancy the 100, because you know it's a more popular version. Then by all means you can buy it single, or if you want both, there's a bundle for both the 70 and the 100. Again, this flight is possible courtesy of Just Flight, who supplied us access to this plane, and we are going right into it. So first things first, let's do a little walk around, showing you guys the little quirks and features. Hello Andrew, hello Drexy. Nah, it's alright. It's alright, Drex. It happens. So Drex is saying he missed the last part of the last flight. As you can see, this particular gate has no pushback. This is one of those gates where you taxi out with own engine. So we'll see if GSX will not... we will probably request pushback from GSX and it'll just say it's complete without doing it. Otherwise, we're going to have a little problem because we need to start engines before we can taxi out, and we'll see. All right, let's jump right into it. And here we are again. This is a little smaller from compared to the 100.
Runway awareness. Okay.
Meters.
That's vRAAS startup voice. There's a Transavia there pushing back. I really like the way most premium planes now do this, but I like the way they kind of waved the aluminum panels here. You can hear the engine spinning in the wind, so windmilling. It's a very intricate and intriguing reverse pans here. These pans will, of course, flip up and down, and they will reverse because I don't know. I've never tested it really. It's the first time I'm flying these planes for real. Well, in sim. But you also have a speed brake in the back here. So not only have speed brakes on the wings, you also have this huge speed brake, pretty similar to the BA-146 or the regional jet, Avro regional jet. Same type of speed brake. You can see the reinforcements here on the tail. So this plane was built for regional flying, unprepared runways and all that, short runways. None of these panels are interactive, but you can open these for the cargo. You can actually open the one in the back and the two in the front. On the 100, the 70 only has one in the forward section. We went through this, but there's also this beautiful landing light integrated into the wings, and this landing light, just like the Airbuses, are retractable. And I'm going to show you the nose landing light, which also serves as a taxi light. So it is also retractable, but look at this. Whoops, wrong key. We wanted to need to go back to the front of the aircraft. Right here, look at that. This light here. It's optional to have a taxi light, so that's why there's a hole without a light here. It's completely optional. I don't think I had activated, otherwise it would appear here. But this is the nose landing light, and then the taxi landing light will be here on the right. In this case, on the right side of the plane. This is, of course, another pan. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is to open the gear. Don't quote me on that. Static ports. There's also the pitot. This is the vane, angle of attack vane. There's a pitot here. There's another one on the other side. As usual, there are redundancies. And not again. All right. So now let's open the door. So first thing is first, we unlock the door. It will not fall from gravity, although you can push it, I believe, but it will not fall from gravity. You press the little motorized hinges and allow it to be dropped. And as they are dropped, you can now climb on board. Let's do that. We will go back to the cabin mid-flight, but let's get ready for today's flight. So first things first, just like the 100, we will hide the yoke. Let's get our flight plan in. Here we go. We're going from Seville to Bordeaux. Our alternate is Toulouse. This is our flight. We have a cost index of 42. Average wind is actually against us again. So we got some nose wind, 18 knots. That's average, of course. It will vary during flight. Right, so now we're going to check the METAR. Looks good. So we got 40 degrees on the ground. This is what I was talking about. Very hot. We got wind 230 at 10. QNH is 1013. As for Bordeaux, the QNH is a little higher. Temperature is a little lower. winds are pretty much the same, so KVOC and sorry, the visibility, then the winds are a little slightly stronger in France. Same with the alternate. Everything looks peachy, no big deal. Just a little colder in Bordeaux. That's exactly what we want. We want to get away from the heat. All right, so let's turn on the aircraft. So we're going to request ground power because I don't want to go spending my fuel. Yes, import. So we got 54 passengers today. I thought I had it loaded with Simbrief. Yeah, it's GSX, I mean. And yes, it does. It is option. The option is on. All right, so we got forward cargo, nav cargo, forward passengers. We got the shocks in. We just need a GPU on. And we're going to request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Use airplane stairs, and we're going to use Avia Partner. For some reason, it activated Jetway, but this plane has its own air stairs. Right, GPU is active, so let's turn on the battery. Emergency lights are on. We need to arm. And now let's connect the external power. Some weird noises coming up. There it is. Oh, I don't want this. No, I don't want to get another one. This is the best way to get a copyright strike. Let's not do that. Right, we're getting the aircraft loaded. So now I'm just
Passengers bus is coming.
turning on all the systems here. Hopefully we get a night flight, because last time we landed in daylight. I kind of miss night flying. This gate is like the London City gates. Yeah, a lot of airports don't have jetways for smaller regional aircraft or for low-cost companies. So you do have gates here, but the circle to depart or go around depart, yes, turn and depart. I don't know how you call this. But yes, that's not all airports have this, but this one does. Oh, bus is going through the fence. This happens a lot.
Boarding starting.
Not because GSX is failing. It's just GSX can't guess where scenery is. It just creates these routes. They're random routes for most planes. So I learned not to pay attention to that. Back in the day when I started flying, I used to edit the gates so that the buses would come from a different direction and all that. Nowadays, I don't care. I don't even care the passengers will float in. Look at this. They will kind of float in inside. It's not how it's supposed to work, but hey, as long as they're in. There are still no seated passengers though, neither for the 100 or the 70. Alright, let's carry on with
Welcome on board.
loading the plane. So we're going to turn on nav and logo because we're powering the plane, and now we got all the systems running.
Welcome on board.
Welcome on board. So we're going to confirm we got 11th June to July 9th. It's about to change, by the way, and Navigraph has
This way.
mentioned that they will continuously update weekly now, so that's going to be good. So let's set our flight
evening.
LEZL/to, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Welcome on board.
I have a memory of a goldfish when it comes to names and letters. Good thing I'm not a pilot, right? Oh, wait, I want to see the flight plan here. So output. So LEZL to LFBD. So like the
This way.
Bordeaux. So like the 100, this will automatically load the flight plan from Simbrief. So we just insert. There it is. The only thing it doesn't do is add the flight number, which is Foxtrot 287.
This way.
Foxtrot 287. Sorry, that's
Good
not the
evening.
correct format. We need to slash first, then Foxtrot 287. Now it's going to be inserted correctly. There it is. All right. Next page. So we need
Hello?
the aircraft weight and balance. So I suppose this is ongoing.
Hello.
Fuel should be instant, but we need to wait for the loading now. So let's not do this for now. We could load with the Simbrief data, but we'll just leave the GSX to do that for us. And when it finishes, we can go in and confirm performances and all that. So right now all I need is the map, so we're going to load the charts as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our aircraft.
And let's
If
call
there's anything that we can do to make your journey more comfortable, please let one of our flight attendants know,
Ground.
and they will be happy to help.
and request
Beyond Foxtrot 287, request IFR clearance to Merignac.
Whilst the remainder of the passengers board the
Leon Foxtrot 287, Seville ground, information X-ray current, cleared to Merignac Airport via Inacosa to Papa departure, runway 27, climb via to flight level 170, squawk 6766.
Cleared to Merignac Airport via Inacosa to Papa departure, runway 27, climb via site to flight level 170, squawk 6766, Leon Foxtrot 287.
Leon Foxtrot 287, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Roger that, Leon Foxtrot 287.
So we got runway 27 via the high J2 Papa departure. We're gonna squawk 67. I need to separate those digits there. 6728. Sorry, 6766. Where did I get to 28? 6766. We're gonna set it for below, above. Sorry, and here we go. So done. We are going to take off with flex. We are cleared to climb to flight level 170. Done. We're going to arm nav and profile just to be sure on the ground. Now let's align our IRSs. Both on nav, and now we're going to go here to init. We're going to align our RSs with the most accurate INS. So in order to do that, unfortunately this gate does not have GPS coordinates associated with it.
Boarding is complete.
Thank you. But we can come here to our taxi, search for parking information. Sorry. And now we are situated. Good question. Where are we? So this is gate 12 or apron, or so we are right about here, 12, and we are going to correct INS. So it's 3725.4. So we need to add 4. This one's done, and now we're going to go for longitude. It's 5537. So 553. So we just need to remove 5537. Done. Now we can align IRS. So now it's counting down on the alignment. Again, no autopilot below 500 feet and no auto land. Thank you for informing us. We can cancel that. And that's it. So now that the plane's loaded, we can come up here and take a look at our weights. Here we go. So we got 54 passengers loaded, and our total fuel is below what's expected. I don't get it. Why didn't it load the fuel? That's odd, isn't it? Start fueling instant. Alright, that's more like it. And as for passengers, I think we're good. Oh, what gives? What happened here? Oh no. Not this again. We had this last time. So
Ryanair 30 Juliet Tango, request IFR
50.
clearance to Palma de Mallorca Airport.
it's 58, right? Oh my god, my memory.
Ryanair 30 Juliet Tango, Sevilla ground, information X-ray current, cleared to Palma de
54,
Mallorca via
not
Bullet 4 Golf
58.
departure, runway 27, climb via SA to flight level 250, squawk 5005.
Alright, 54
Cleared to Palma de
passengers.
Mallorca via Bullet 4 Golf departure, runway 27, climb via SA to flight level 250, squawk 5005.
GSX is already
Ryanair 30
done its
Juliet
loading,
Tango.
so
Ryanair 30 Juliet Tango, readback correct.
yeah, so
Call me back when ready for pushback
not sure
or engine
what's going
start.
to happen
We'll call
from here,
Ryanair
but
30 Juliet Tango.
we are loaded. So
Ryanair 30
let's
Juliet Tango, ramp 2,
insert
request
our
pushback.
performance for.
Ryanair 30 Juliet Tango, Sevilla ground,
So
pushback
we're gonna
approved.
get a block
Face
fuel of
northeast. Pushback
5.7.
approved, face northeast. Ryanair 30 Juliet Tango.
Oh, sorry. 5.7. Zero fuel weight will be 31.1. Done. Alright, we got CG25. Now let's set our trim. So for that we need to calculate performance for departure. So performance, import from aircraft, import from Simbrief, import live, and we got runway slope 0, runway dry. OAT is 40 degrees, so let's see what it tells us. It tells us to go to 50, sorry. So let's set ours, currently it's 39, so let's go to 50. There. That's our flex temperature. V1 is equal to VR 124.
Ryanair 30 Juliet Tango, request taxi.
As for V2,
Ryanair 30 Juliet
that's
Tango,
17.
taxi to holding point Hotel Papa
Sorry,
4, runway 27 via
132.
Golf Alpha Hotel Papa 4. Taxi to holding point Hotel
You're
Papa
gonna
4, runway 27
elect
via
to
Golf
take
Alpha
off from the
Hotel
runway
Papa
extension,
4,
so
Ryanair
no
30
takeoff.
Juliet Tango.
Shift. Okay, we're good to go. We're gonna leave this as is. Alright, let's close the door here from the cockpit is closed already, so let's just lock it. So flex done, engine status, let's start our APU now. Seatbelt signs on. Start APU. There it goes. Let's minimize this for now. APU starting. We can turn on the pumps for fuel as well as our pitos. We're gonna leave the probes off. This is just a window heat, by the way. We're gonna leave this off until we are taxiing. We're still aligning. Just about done. 3 minutes. Uncage the standby ADI. Set constraint, flap, range 15. We are cleared here, so our V2, sorry, is takeoff, sorry, 132. We are aiming at flap retraction just after V2 at 134, but we are not going to need flaps, flap 0. We're just going to aim for the VFTO, so 170. And then after takeoff you should put this to the next top speed that with constraints should be 250 knots below 10,000 feet. Let's set up our bugs here. So these are the often used V speeds, but they're not taking into account the planning we just did, so it's a little lower than this. APU is available. We can turn off external power and release it. So these guys are still pending entry, but we're not gonna wait for that. So just gonna set up the trim. That's what I was wanting. I'm sorry, I'm a little slow now because I'm thinking ahead of what we're going to do, and sometimes I miss what I should be doing in the immediate moment. So trim 30. Let's set it trim 3.0. That's 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Still waiting for the INS. I'm just doing stuff that I know that I'll be needing to do.
Contact Sevilla Tower 118.105. Contact Tower 118.105. Ryanair 30 Juliet Tango. Have a good evening.
1013. So, just waiting for the INS to come alive, and then we'll request push and start. Well, not the push, just the start. Just looking around, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Again, we didn't do the tests, but these are the testing systems of everything from APU fire to GPWS. There are some little quirks. For example, if you press GPWS testing more than 2 seconds, it will do the full GPWS, and it takes a lot of time to perform. So always click pretty fast. INS is at 0, but we're still waiting. Can recall the messages here. Couple more things to turn on. Alright, we got INS. Looks peachy, so now we can request push and start.
Leon Foxtrot 287 ramp 1 to request pushback and engine start.
Leon Foxtrot 287 Sevilla ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast. Leon Foxtrot 287.
So, just as predicted,
Airstrom 61 Tango Hotel.
GSX just cleared us to
taxi to stem 7 via Echo 2 Golf 5.
do stuff on our own.
61 Tango Hotel.
So without a taxi light, we just extend the nose light, and we're going to start the engines first, of course. We need to power out with our own power. Pardon the redundancy. So we can now confirm we have parking brake. We do. And remove the chokes. Peachy. Let's go back to charts. I'm going to need the airport chart as well as our departure, which is good question. It's high J to Papa. There it is. This is the one. We're going all the way to Hige, this VOR here. So we're going to take off, turn right to this Epixi waypoint, and then turn right 042 for 73 nautical miles all the way to Hinojosa, whatever that is. Alright, let's request 5 flight following. We're good. Everything looks good and peachy. So let's start our engines now. So in order to start them, we need to turn on the starter system here. And we're going to start with engine 2. engine 2 coming alive. We're going to wait for 20% N2. $15. %, we inject. Wait for the engine to stabilize. Here it is, generating power to the plane now. Engine stabilized, start number 1. Same procedure, 20% N2. I'm looking here, by the way. Here. Number 1 starting. Yeah, it's a cool destination. There's actually the Dassault factory there, so hopefully it's modeled. If it is.
All aircraft be advised, information Yankee now current to NH1013.
1013 set and cross-checked. Engine 1 stable. We can turn off the APU now. Alright, we can also turn off the engine startup system, and we're just going to turn on the vane probes here, just not the pitot because we don't want to overheat. The pitot's on the ground. It's very hot outside, so let's not take chances. Alright, let me just give a little light to the cabin before it gets dark. Okay, looks peachy. Same with the overhead panel. Keep forgetting the overhead panel light. There it is. This is the one. There it is. Alright, we're good to go. Let's request taxi.
Leon Foxtrot 287, request taxi.
Leon Foxtrot 287, taxi to holding point Hotel Papa 4, runway 27 via Golf Alpha, Hotel Papa 4.
Taxi to holding point Hotel Papa 4, runway 27 via Golf Alpha, Hotel Papa 4, Leon Foxtrot 287.
Parking brake off. So what am I doing wrong here? I did remove the chocks, didn't I? Yep. Why is the plane not wanting to move? There we go. So let's begin our little
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross check.
just gonna look outside so you guys understand what I'm doing. So I'm just turning around, following the more or less the yellow line here. These gates that have no pushback you often need to do this. Just take your time, don't rush things. Awesome sound, this Rolls-Royce Tay engines. So we are going this way. Let me bring my track IR on. Here we go. So we need to follow Golf Alpha, so Golf Alpha HP4. HP4 to the left and to the right, I mean. So I think we're in Golf, here we go. So we need to go here to view the Golf. Then turn to Alpha, which I believe, well, the runner is this side, so I'm going to turn, there it is, Golf 8, towards Alpha. And then we need to follow the runway up north. That's the, you can see there, that's the Airbus assembly line for the A400 aircraft. Golf and then Alpha. Here we go. We're right on the right track. So that's the A400M. That's Airbus military. You can see A400Ms in various stages of development. And there's the pretty nice side of the Beluga with A320 fuselage inside. Pretty sure that's also where some parts of the Airbus fleet is assembled as well. The final assembly line for the A320 is in Hamburg. So maybe that's just scenery there to fill in the gap. So let's prep our plane. We're gonna set takeoff. So we got the control locks. Of course we do. Controls unlocked. Let's check our flight controls. Left, right, down, same with the rudder. Let's not move too much, otherwise we'll get off track in the taxiway. Set auto brakes to RTO. Our MCP is pre-configured already. As we taxi, we're going to turn on our radar to turbulence.
From 73 Whiskey Kilo, taxi to ramp 14 via Echo 3 Alpha 3 Golf.
Taxi to ramp 14 via Echo 3 Alpha 3 Golf, Air Nostrum 73 Whiskey Kilo.
And we're going to stop at let me bring it back. We're going to stop at holding point Hotel Papa 4, which doesn't show up on the chart here. Oh yes, it does. It's the very last one. All right. I was looking at the other side back there. HP1, HP2, and HP3 and HP4. Let's look outside. This is a very cool livery, by the way. This company has gone extinct, which is a shame. A lot of great companies with great ideas for liveries that are gone now. This is one of them. Little French regional carrier. Didn't survive the rush of the low-cost airlines and the big companies absorbing
Leon
all the small
Foxtrot
ones.
287, contact set via tower 118.105.
Over to tower 118.105, Leon Foxtrot 287, good day.
Okay, we can request departure.
Leon Foxtrot 287, ready for departure, runway 27.
Leon Foxtrot 287, set via tower, wind 240 degrees, 10 knots, runway 27, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27, cleared for takeoff, Leon Foxtrot 287.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
Nice view of the Airbus plant there.
Approaching 27.
27, correct. Turn on auto thrust, although we're going to be needing to go into manual mode.
on runway 27.
Right, I was told that there's a little, this screw here is the toga button. So, good to know. I didn't know that in the last flight. I was messing here with the throttle. I didn't see any toga button, but there it is. So there you go. Come on, there we are. Toga set.
Thrust set.
Thrust set. Not there yet, but okay. There it is. Thrust set now. Airspeed alive.
80 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate.
Smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Let's not overshoot. Nice view. Stay on the flight director.
Climb
Remember-
thrust.
Climb thrust. Now run a lot
Leon
smoother
Foxtrot 287, contact Sevilla departure 128.5.
than with the
Contact Sevilla
100.
departure 128.5 Leon Foxtrot 287. Sevilla departure Leon Foxtrot 287. Good evening, passing 2,000 feet, climbing to flight level 170.
Leon Foxtrot 287, Sevilla departure, good evening, identified.
Pretty cool to fly by hand, this plane is. So it's not climbing much right now because it wants to accelerate. Right now it's a good time to engage autopilot. It's very cool not to have to clean flaps, by the way. So, were we cleared to climb? Nope, not yet. So the reason why I don't pay much attention when I'm doing something or this or that, it's because this is a multi-crew operation and one pilot flies and the other monitors the rest of the stuff. So not having that, I have to double check everything and think twice, think with the head of two people basically. Just checking here what the transition altitude is. 060, alright. Just checking. After takeoff checklist, we can turn off the nose retraction. Retract and close the nose light. Pitos aren't on. Oh my god, how could I forget that? I said I would turn them on during taxi, but I completely forgot about it. Transition altitude coming up. TCAS is off, where it should be. 6,000. Set altimeter standard and cross-checked. Coming up on our right turn out of the SID. Actually into the rest, it's the second leg of the SID. I thought we were already in the VOR, still a few miles to go. Right turn, right on the money. So the difference between someone that knows exactly what to do next and all that is practice. This is the second time I fly in the type. So our first flight was in the Fokker 100. This is the Fokker 70. I had already made a couple of flights for testing, to learn the plane, all that jazz. But familiarity is everything, and that's the reason why pilots train on one plane at a time, so that they don't mix stuff. If I fly the, I don't know, the A300 next, I'm going to forget stuff, and vice versa. So I'm going to learn stuff on new planes, and that, well, that's not looking good. Auto throttle is jittering there. Shouldn't do that. Little bugs, no big deal. As long as it keeps flying the plane correctly, it's alright. Passing 10,000 feet, external lights off. So just like the Airbus, the Fokker aircraft have extended external lights, and that, believe it or not, will act like a speed brake. Actually, for fun, pilots usually say that the retractable lights on these aircraft are called the photon brakes, because they're photons, so they emit light, and they act as little brakes, because they do interfere with the performance. Not by much, but they do. I'm really not enjoying this flickering of the thrust here. Doesn't look good. So why is the second ECAS not turned on? Well, you can turn on by selecting these, and you can have alternate engine, you can have the status, you can have the APU as well, but both the engine and status is irrelevant unless you don't have this little standby panel here, which I do. What you do want is keep this clear. That's why it has a little dash there, because this is where the electronic checklist will kick in case something goes wrong. So you want to leave this channel or this window clear. So we're still not clear to climb, which is strange. They'll probably hand us over to a different station and then allow us to climb. We do need to comply with the constraint here, which is flight level 170, so we'll probably not be able to climb before we reach that VOR. I'm going to turn off track IR here now. And let's go outside during this climb. Trixie, I'm going to try to get us to the Dassault bridge.
Climbing to flight level 170 direct in a Codite Del Duke.
Leon Foxtrot 287, Sevilla Center identified, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, Leon Foxtrot 287.
So we're going to climb above 340. And I'm going to show you why we can climb. So I just said that we had a constraint of 170 and that we would probably need to remain on 170. But actually, if you look in the chart, you notice that these numbers have a line beneath them, while some other charts will show you a line above it or both. So if there's a line beneath that flight level 170, you need to be above 170 when crossing this waypoint. And the reason being is that there's mountains around it, mountains that can go as high as 8,000 feet. Right here, this is a 8,000 feet peak here. This stain, if you want, is 4,000. So actually 6,000. So 4,000 feet, 6,000 feet. It reaches 8,000 at these brownish peaks here, and for safety we are always need to be above a certain altitude when approaching these mountainous approaches. So we need to be above 170, and that's exactly what we are cleared to. If there was a line above this FL 170, that means that you needed to be below 170, and you will probably need to stick with that altitude until that point. If it has both lines, one above and one beneath, it means that you need to be at that altitude. Some SIDs and some stars have that. You need to be at that altitude. I think one of our last few flights I've run into such types of SIDs. You just need to remain on that altitude until further notice. And only if ATC gives you no altitude restrictions can you disobey to this, because they are here for a reason. Not just traffic separation, but obstacle separation.
Ready for descent, Ryanair 64 Golf Alpha.
And our throttle keeps at it. Let me see if I turn it off and then on.
Descend via star to 7,000 feet,
Will it solve
QNH1018, Ryanair 64 Golf Alpha.
No, stays on it.
Fransol 21 X-ray Quebec, contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1.
Center on 125.1, Fransol 21 X-ray Quebec.
So now the plane isn't one.
With Motor 537, descend via star to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Oh, my bad.
Descend via star to 4,000 feet,
You don't want to go into overspeed.
with Motor 537. Fueling 9 Mike Papa, contact Sevilla approach 120.8.
Contact Sevilla approach 120.8.
So the plane
9 Mike Papa.
is wanting to
With Motor 537, contact Lisbon Center 119.55.
decelerate at maximum thrust. So we're just going to lower the nose slightly. We engage auto throttle. But as you can see, it's struggling quite a bit to keep a speed. So we're just going to allow it to accelerate.
Contact Malaga approach 123.855. Contact Malaga approach 123.855, fueling 2 Mike
This is definitely a glitch.
Transavia 6091, contact Lisbon Center
Whoa, is the trim
Contact
operation.
Lisbon Center 119.55, Transavia 6091.
Weather is shifting.
Air Portugal 877, clear Dupilo to Alpha, arrival runway 02.
Clear Dupilo to Alpha, arrival runway 02, Air Portugal 877.
By the way, above transition altitude, you should not be flying your plane by hand. Well, let's see now.
Europa 9172, contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1.
Center on 125.1, Europa 9172.
Still descending when it should be at 219er airspeed. So let's just get to V2. It is accomplishing performance, it's just going way too fast for the speed that it's at. So let's not do that because we'll stall.
Bravo uniform, contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1 today. Contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Winter 40 Bravo uniform.
I'm going to set a climb rate here, a more acceptable climb rate. And I'm going to get autopilot still. So the plane wants to go into the stall buffer for some unknown reason.
Zulu, contact Lisbon Center 119.55. Center on 119.55, Europa 1 for Victor Zulu, bye-bye.
Now the auto throttle is steady. It just seems to struggle to maintain a profile with managed speed. I honestly think this is a bug. Let's check VNAV here.
2,200 feet, QNH1017, Air Nostrum 74 Foxtrot Alpha.
Let's try to go max climb and see what it does.
Air Portugal 871, clear Dupilo to Alpha, arrival runway 02.
Clear Dupilo to Alpha, arrival runway 02, Air Portugal 871.
Air Nostrum 4082, clear Strata 7 Alpha, arrival runway 18 right.
Yeah, we're crawling. And the thrust is at 98%, M2, so
Follow T5 Charlie Juliet, clear Bob 1 X-ray, arrival
there's
runway
definitely
12.
some issues with the VNAV,
Arrival runway 12, Velotia 5 Charlie Juliet.
more with the flight profile, so let's clear this.
Air Portugal 877, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Air Portugal 877.
Air Portugal 877, descent to flight level 250.
Descent to flight level 250, Air Portugal 877.
Yeah, it's not working. So let's go with vertical speed again. Now I don't have the window.
Sevilla Center, Ryanair 87 X-ray X-ray, passing flight level 341, climbing to flight level 370.
It's like the engines aren't powerful enough. But we were doing a good climb that, until I noticed that the auto throttle wasn't corresponding.
Ryanair 87 X-ray X-ray.
There's definitely no ice formations. That's not the problem. The engines are too loud? Really? The engines are too loud. Hold on.
Cleared Dassault to Alpha, arrival runway 02.
Cleared Dassault to Alpha, arrival runway 02, Air Portugal 37 Charlie.
How about now? Better? Is it better now? Sometimes I can't tell if you guys don't tell me anything. So I was explaining there was a little bug here. Not sure what exactly happened, but the throttles, the auto throttle was going back and forth. So what I tried to do was just try to stabilize it by turning it off and on. Didn't work. What did happen was that we, instead of flying on our ideal flight speed, climb speed of 210 knots, the plane just started nosediving. Sorry, it started climbing an awful lot, and that reduced our speed dramatically. We're now in the flap range. I believe this orange tape here. Stall is this ladder, red ladder here. And we're definitely climbing very sluggishly. This is something that happened with the Fokker 100, so it's just keeping a climb rate here, but it's not ideal. And the plane, if you look outside, the plane will have a nose up attitude, but it's not climbing as it should. Look at this view. Many thanks to StrataWX for this weather. Such a realistic weather we now have ever since we gave up on active sky. Nothing against hi-fi simulations, they just stalled in time, I guess. Strata is now doing their best. So let's go back to the econ climb, see if the plane can accelerate a little faster. See that the flight director doesn't want to follow the autopilot doesn't want to follow the actual flight director for some reason. It's very weird. So let's try to increase our airspeed here some way, somehow. See if the plane can nose down a little bit. There it goes.
Fueling 1 for Yankee Foxtrot, clear Dipilo to Alpha, arrival runway 02.
Clear Dipilo to Alpha, arrival runway 02, fueling 1 for Yankee Foxtrot.
Still not cleared. Still not reaching our cruise altitude. Still a bit far away, but look at that, we're decelerating. See if I move the trim down. We really need to adjust this.
Europa 9117, Sevilla Center identified.
You know what, I'm gonna try to level out here. because we're getting awfully close to the stall speed.
EC84X3 might contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1.
I really don't know what's going on here. We're in the stall. We're in the stall buffet. Don't know what's going on. This happened with the F100 as well.
Nostrum 74 Foxtrot Alpha, clear direct NASMA, cross NASMA at or above 5,200 feet, clear approach runway 07.
Clear direct NASMA, cross NASMA at or above 5,200 feet, cleared approach runway 07, Air Nostrum 74 Foxtrot Alpha.
Just wants to go up.
Sevilla Center, France Seville 62 November Echo, good evening, passing flight level 210, climbing to flight level 240.
France Seville 62 November Echo, Sevilla Center, good evening, identified, climb flight level 410.
Climb flight level 410, France Seville 62 November Echo.
Look at that, just wants to go up. Let's stay here for a moment. Try to climb to flight level 320.
Contact Madrid approach 131.175.
Contact Madrid approach 131.175, Iberex Pulse 15 November Lima.
Arrivée Maroc 641 X-ray, contact Barcelona Center 119.45, have a good evening.
Center on 119.45, Arabia Maroc 641 X-ray, good day.
Air Nostrum 74 Foxtrot Alpha, contact Omega Tower 118.35.
Contact Tower 118.35, Air Nostrum 74
It's telling me I'm
Foxtrot
out of
Alpha.
trim nose up, but I don't want to go nose up, no, not at this much. Let's try it now. Autopilot engage on profile. See what it does. It only needs to reach 3200 and stabilize. I wonder if it's CG that is messed up. Could be the case, right? CG is 20.5.
Flight level 360.
And what do we got on performance? I believe in performance we had 25. Could that be it?
Air Portugal 877, descend via start to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Descend
I
via
don't
start to
think we can
4,000
get back
feet,
to the
QNH
performance page.
1015, Air Portugal 877.
Air Portugal 877, contact Lisbon Center 119.55.
Center on 119.55, Air Portugal 877.
Don't know. It's just not climbing. Could be CG,
Ready for descent, Dueling 1 for Yankee Foxtrot.
but I trust that CG was okay because it filled in on its own.
250, Dueling 1 for Yankee Foxtrot.
We can't go to the next page. So what happens is if the CG is off, the plane thinks it's heavier on one side than it needs to be. It's not centered as it should. So that could be the case, and that could also be the reason why the throttles weren't behaving as they should.
Descend to flight level 100, Valotia 5 Charlie
I'm
Juliet.
gonna set here flight level 340 as planned. Or maybe we can call ATC and just request 320, it's better.
Leon Foxtrot 287, request new cruise altitude.
Leon Foxtrot 287, I didn't get that altitude. Say again altitude.
320.
Request flight level 320, Leon Foxtrot 287.
Leon Foxtrot 287, roger, new cruise altitude, flight level 320.
Alright. So let's stay at 320 for now.
Start to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015. Descend via start to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015, Air Portugal 871.
So I had this issue with the F100,
Cleared Nago 4 Delta, arrival runway 12, Ryanair 190.
and now I think I got it.
Ryanair America 961, uniform cleared 201 Alpha, arrival.
You're flying, Trixie? Nice.
Clear 201 Alpha, arrival.
Maybe you're getting better cruise altitude than I do.
Uniform.
Ryanair Maroc 851 Whiskey, contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1 today. Centron 125.1, Ryanair Maroc 851 Whiskey. flight level 360, Vienna strong 2392.
Radar Maroc 721 Papa, contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1, have a good evening.
Contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1, Royal Maroc 721 Papa.
So while we were climbing, apparently the plane regained control of the thrust condition, lowered the nose. Now we were supposedly cruising, but look at that. Sometimes the engine will just cut off. There's definitely something going on here. We are flying profile. Let's set to manage speed.
Contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1, Ryanair 9 Whiskey Bravo.
This, if I didn't know better, I would say this is a controller issue, like a control assignment issue. But I know better than that. I know it's correct because I've flown the Fokker 100 and I didn't have this problem. So I will not touch the auto throttle now. There could be a situation when the throttle may cut off. So we just need to monitor that, but other than that I'm not going to touch it. Look at these oscillations. It's weird. It's very weird. It's not supposed to do that. Even though we have some wind on the side, it's no big deal. And the 100 didn't do this. It's just something we have to live with. I'm going to search here for, even though it's there it is. Even though it's a little risky, I'm going to accelerate time. Just looking here for a way to do it. This is the checklist. Of course, it's not here. Settings. There's apparently no setting for time acceleration, but we do have that external program that I talked to you guys about that I can use to accelerate time. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. Give me a second here. Here it is. It's called Simbrief controller.
Simbrief controller is connected.
Alright, it's connected, and so let's accelerate to
2 times speed.
2 times speed now. Just want to get a little faster to our destination. 4 times speed.
4 times speed.
Air Portugal 38 Kilo Juliet, cleared Cas 3 Zulu arrival, runway 24 right.
Cleared Cas 3 Zulu arrival, runway 24 right, Air Portugal 38 Kilo Juliet.
Yeah, he doesn't like that at all. Alright, let's see. Will it stabilize? No.
It's descend via start to 6,000 feet, QNH 1014, Airstrom 2392.
It's passing Toledo.
2 times speed, normal speed.
Yeah, we're getting in a little trouble with our thrust here. It's not capable of keeping the thrust that we want. It's struggling. You can see it's blinking there, and the FCAS target is all over. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set manual thrust. This is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to accelerate.
Ryanair 19 Kilo Lima, descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1019. Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1019, Ryanair 19 Kilo Lima.
Alright, and as we get to our intended speed,
Ryanair 4 Papa Charlie, contact Navigraph Casablanca, radar 125.1. Center on 125.1. Ryanair 4 Papa Charlie, have a good evening.
so reducing speed now. So Air Littoral is unreliable, to say the least.
Air Portugal 38 Kilo Juliet, report ready for descent. Ready for descent, Air Portugal 38
We are at climb thrust.
Air Portugal 38 Kilo Juliet, descent to flight level 280.
Oh, actually no.
Descent to flight level
climb
280,
thrust.
Air Portugal 38 Kilo Juliet.
Let's see if that helps. Nope. So let's go to cruise speed. We're already going to waste some more fuel because we're 2,000 feet below our sign altitude for the flight plan, but this is not helping us here. Auto thrust is unreliable, and for that reason I'm going to turn it off. And let me tell you, it's not advised to control aircraft speed manually, but we need to do this. We can't have this plane flying crazy to Bordeaux. It's old school. This plane is not exactly modern, so it's fitting.
Fueling 74 Golf Bravo, contact Barcelona Center 119.45, bye-bye.
2 times speed,
119.45, fueling 74 Golf Bravo.
4 times speed,
We're not even at half the cruise now. Oh man, doing this manually is painful.
Center on 125.1, Whaler Mark 717 X-ray. Ryanair 19 Kilo Lima, contact Barcelona Center 119.45 today. Contact Barcelona Center 119.45, Ryanair 19 Kilo Lima, good day. Airline from 2392, contact Sevilla approach 120.8. contact Sevilla, approach 120.8, air Nostrum 2392.
Europa 34 November Whiskey, cleared Satak 7 Alpha, arrival runway 18 right.
Cleared Satak 7 Alpha, arrival runway 18 right, Europa 34 November Whiskey.
I'm sorry not putting the view on the outside for now because I really don't want the plane to lose it. Auto throttle is still acting up, so we're flying with manual throttle for now. This is where we are. That's Mérignac, that's Bordeaux. We still need to cross the border. We're still flying in Spanish airspace. That's the... We're gonna have a nice little sight of the Pyrenees Mountains. Just not yet. It's down in the horizon. Still a bit far off. Let's try and engage auto throttle for now because I can't keep up. Trying to make a small corrections, and yeah, look at that. This is what's happening now. Looks like a bug.
34 November Whiskey, report ready for descent.
2 times normal speed.
Europa 34 November Whiskey.
Europa 34 November Whiskey, descent to flight level 3.
Portugal 38 Kilo Juliet.
Europa 34 November Whiskey, descend.
I'm gonna try to make a little video here if you guys don't mind.
Descend via start to flight level 110 Europa 34 November Whiskey.
Made a little video. I'm going to show this to the developers, see what they say. So again, we are missing the FCAS target because the plane just decelerated like crazy. So I'm going to get back to climb speed. It doesn't want to go to climb speed. To turn off auto throttle. Here's Betsy. Betsy's not worried about the throttle systems at all. Let's try again. Right. So we'll take this moment now to walk around the cabin. There we go. Just unlocking the door here. Alright. Fokker 70. A little smaller than the 100, but cabin looks pretty much the same. Same light controls.
Alpine 71 Charlie Romeo,
Oh my god.
center 119.45, bye-bye.
No rest for the wicked, I suppose.
119.45 Alpine 71 Charlie Romeo.
So this advisory is telling me that I cannot reach this target speed if I keep messing with the throttle as I do. The only problem is that's not me, that's the autopilot. It's like something is fighting it, like it wants to go up, but something is fighting it to go down. But I have no axis for this. Only the trim. This is not it. Just wondering if I got any axis conflicting, but that's not the case. I do not. Let's get this one back to cruise mode, although it's not even obeying it to that. It's just doing its own thing for some reason. And let's turn off the passenger seatbelt sign so they can walk around, but I'm not trusting this plane one bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt signs. You are now free to roam about the cabin. However, for your comfort and safety of those around you.
Here the engine is pulling up on there. I wonder if there's ice. Could that be it? I mean, the weather is so hot. Could that be it?
Fueling 640, Mike, cleared by Land 1 Alpha, arrival, runway 12. Cleared by Land 1 Alpha, arrival, runway 12, fueling 640, Mike.
No, I just do not know. Everything looks fine and peachy. It's just the auto throttles that's struggling here to be helpful. Let's just close the door.
Ryanair 87 X-ray, contact Barcelona Center 119.45, bye-bye.
Contact Barcelona Center 119.45, Ryanair 87 X-ray X-ray.
What's ironic is that I keep seeing videos online of other people flying planes and they seem to be doing fine. So why do I get slow climb rates on the 100 and on the 70? Probably that's CG or in the beginning, but at some point I no longer think it's CG. It's just a glitch. And I want to fly this plane as best as I can. I'm not introducing errors because I want to make the plane look bad. On the contrary, I want to, every flight I do, regardless of the aircraft I fly, I like when flights go smooth, just like the next guy, I suppose. Everybody that flies or as regularly as I do just wants to get to A to B and no issues, unless you like emergencies, but this is not the purpose of the channel. But sometimes when getting to know the plane, maybe I make a couple mistakes like that. Maybe I need some more time to go sounded like it. But you can hear it's pulling up and down. And it's just a shame because I really like this plane so far. The 100 and the 7, not just the 7. It's getting a little dark now. Getting a nice sunset. Or the sun is already down. It's just beautiful colors. I'm looking outside my own window. The sky is almost the same color. It's a little whiter. It's a little brighter than yellowish. It's a little bluer. But other than that, it looks really good. Here we go, one of the last few turns before crossing the border into France.
With Malta, 8 Lima Mike, cleared by Landry Echo, arrival runway 27. Cleared by Landry Echo, arrival runway 27 with Malta, 8 Lima Mike. With Malta, 8 Lima Mike, descend via start to 6,000 feet, QNH 1014. Descend via start to 6,000 feet, QNH 1014 with Malta 8 Lima Mike.
Got an airplane up front. That's our top of the descent. Pretty much right after we cross the border here. So probably somewhere here. By the way, the first choice for this flight would be Toulouse, but I've noticed I've never been to Bordeaux, even though I had the scenery for quite some time. Same thing happened with Barcelona. I noticed I had Barcelona, never flew there for some reason. I always skipped it for some reason. So I decided, let's go fly to Barcelona. So this is the first time I go to Bordeaux in my channel, but I've been there quite a lot before doing some of my tests.
Descend via start to 6,000 feet, QNH 1014. Descend via start to 6,000 feet, QNH 1014. Ryanair 4 Zulu Papa.
In France, I've been to Nantes, and of course Paris, both Orly and Charles de Gaulle, as well as Toulouse and Nice. Where is Nice? It's right next to Monaco. It's not depicted here. It's right next to Monaco. I've been to Switzerland, Zurich. I don't think I've been to Geneva. I have to check. I've been to Zurich. Of course, I've been to Austria. Various destinations in Germany, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, Munich. I don't think I've been to Munich actually. I don't think I have the airport for Munich, so I need to check that out. We've been to Brussels, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, of course. We've been to Schiphol, Amsterdam. We've been to Aarhus, or have we? Yes, we've been to Aarhus. We also been to Copenhagen. We've been to Oslo, as well as Stockholm. I don't think I've been to Finland. Should think about going to Malmo. There are some funky destinations up here, like Bordeaux. Or where's the other one I would like to go? In real life, I really would like to know. That's Russia. I really like to go one of these regions. I think this is the Kola Peninsula, right? There's a very cool destination here somewhere. So this is Finland, Helsinki. We've been to Helsinki. So
Center on 123.75, Air France 1197, good day. Leon Foxtrot 287, clear Navigraph to Lima, arrival, runway 23.
I don't know where it is, but I know this is the Kola Peninsula here, and there's some funky funky destinations here with the fjords and all that. It's pretty cool. We've been to Reykjavik as well as Keflavik. We've been to Nuuk in Greenland, Azores, Madeira, Canary Islands. We've been to Italy, San Marino. We've been to Athens. We've been to Istanbul. We've been to Tel Aviv. We've been to the United Arab Emirates, Qatar. We've been to Egypt. Whoops, is that us? Yep.
Cleared Vavix to Lima, arrival runway 23 Leon Foxtrot 287.
Europa 9117, contact Madrid approach 131.175. Contact Madrid approach 131.175, Europa 9117.
We are getting runway 23. Let's try ILS 23 via Vaviv 2L. That's it. No transitions. Nope. So that's it. Insert. Okay, good to go. So we are clear to descend.
Leon Foxtrot 287 approaching our top of descent, ready for lower.
We are still far away, but
Leon Foxtrot 287, descend to flight level 090.
Descend to flight level 090, Leon Foxtrot 287.
I just don't want to get out of this because I want to get back. I want to get back to no manual thrust. I don't like this at all. So we're crossing the border with France before we descend. Let's take a look at the border. There's Pyrenees down there. This is the border area right here. Beautiful combination of mountains and coastline. It looks like we're going to have clear skies until Bordeaux. Alright, let's start our descent here. We're going to start with a slow descent here. 1,000 feet per minute. See if this helps the auto throttle some way, somehow. So cool, man. I like the planes from this era. It also flies very well, despite these issues we got with VNAV. Again, I'm going to contact the developers and see what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I am doing something wrong and I need to correct it. What airport is
Descend
that?
restart to flight level 110, then Nostrum 1038.
Iron on the Ribla. I don't know this place. And that looks very cozy there. Look at that. It's really cool, this approach. Look at that. Amazing approach, very scenic. I wonder if you can approach from this side. Probably the other side. Look at that, there's people on the beach. If you can come down as low as you can actually pretend it's St. Martin. You can read the Antilles, right? Look at that, very cool approach apparently. Looks like it though. Nice beach area here. I don't know this airport, it's the first time I'm seeing it, to be honest. So it's called the area San Sebastian, but I don't think that's the San Sebastian airport. It's the city here is called Irún, and I don't know if this is the name given to the airport. Hondarribla. Doesn't look like it. Vidasa. I really don't know this area. Zocoburu. I'm gonna investigate. Hondarribia. This is a big train depot apparently. And this city is called Irún and Hidaye. This is in the Basque country, so it's probably why I don't know about it. So it's north of Pamplona, where the pole races are done. Yeah, this is Basque country for sure. Cantabria, Bilbao, Santander, we all know those places. Pamplona, Burgos. I just don't know San Sebastian apparently. Well, this is San Sebastian. This is something else. I wanna land there one day. I'm gonna search for it, see if there's an add-on for it. But even if it's not there is no add-on. I mean, the approach itself looks amazing. Let's go Bordeaux control.
Center on 125.6, Leon Foxtrot 287 today. Bordeaux control, Leon Foxtrot 287, passing flight level 262, descending to flight level 090.
Leon Foxtrot 287, Bordeaux control identified. Postman 1 Lima Golf Heavy, contact Bordeaux control 125.3.
Center on 125.3, Postman 1 Lima Golf Heavy.
Wherever you fly in Europe, you always hear there's a postman flying somewhere. Postman is the DHL call sign here. Either DHL or ASL, sorry if I'm mixing both, but you know, both cargo companies. I think it's ASL. ASL operates the 737s and the 8300s for DHL. So it's possible that it's ASL call sign flying for DHL. And you know me, I love cargo flights. I got a thing for cargo flights.
Ryanair 126 Hotel.
The only thing I don't like about cargo flights are the remote stands we sometimes need to taxi into. They're often very far from the regular aprons, so we need extra taxi time. Other than that, it's a fairly cool operation. I know of, I had a friend that flew 747s for a living for a cargo company in Europe, and he was always telling me that he had to do flights like to Hong Kong or to China, Beijing or Guangzhou or something like that, and he would fly overnight because that's what most cargo will fly is overnight. And he said he saw some funky stuff flying at night to those remote places, like long cruises. He saw everything from ATCs not responding because they sounded like they were sleeping to weird instructions. You know, he saw and heard and done a lot of weird stuff while flying these cargo flights, and I think that's
flight level 360.
I think that's the feel-free spirit of flying. It's doing stuff out of the ordinary. So if you fly career on a commercial airline, you're probably not going to do anything different during your career. But flying cargo, sometimes you could be flying horses, like I was in the last flight with the DHL A300, or you could be flying like Formula One cars to the Middle East, or you can actually fly to a war zone, like this friend of mine flew a couple of times to Afghanistan when the war was going on. It's risky, but it's also challenging, and I think that's the beauty of flying. It's the challenge of it all. I mean, not trying to risk your life doing it, but looks like the weather closed down on us. When we were saying it was clear, it's definitely not that clear. Still got the sun with us, although it's set for, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. Let's go profile now. What's it holding here? So let's take a look at this approach. I'm definitely struggling with this plane's logics for the auto throttle. So we're going for the approach to Marignac, and first of all, let's go with the star. We got the VAVX to Lima. Basic approach, and then turn left towards the airport. Now let's go for the runway, which we chose. Runway 23. Didn't choose, we were attributed. So let's go our nav initial approach first. Let's go conventional initial approach, runway 23. For the ILS and for the VOR. That's it. And And then let's get the airport reference for the ground. That's it. So we are approaching the runway 23. So we will aim for Charlie. Preferably would be Bravo.
Air France 930
But I think we can only aim for
contact
Charlie.
border control 125.3.
And looks like it's a military apron, so really not ideal. So let's go through Charlie, then Papa 5, probably cross runway 29er, all the way to the gates. Really doubt where we're going to be attributed these gates. Definitely not the military apron. So these, I believe, are the where the Dassault factory is. Don't quote me on that. I think it is either here or here. Maybe it's in the military apron for sure. Either side. I know it's not around the aprons and it's isolated because I remember flying there and seeing it in the distance and see the Dassault logo. So we'll see. We picked the ILS, but we might get a view.
Sevilla 94 November, contact Bordeaux control 125.3.
Contact Bordeaux control 125.3, Transavia 94 November.
Conventional ILS approach, pretty straightforward. Now let's get the ILS charts. Runway 23, CAT 2, ILS 23, final approach. We got decision height 351, let's set that up. So we cannot edit the last digit for some reason, so that number 1 is going to need to see if I can press anything. No, it just doesn't do the last digit. That's alright, 350 is close enough.
Bordeaux control Blue Max 91 Golf Hotel, flight level 360. Blue Max 91 Golf Hotel, Bordeaux control identified.
So the airport is up. What was that? What was that? It's weird. So let's set up the landing altitude.
Control, Seville 62 November Echo, flight level 410.
Runway is 151 feet.
Border control identified.
Set that. Somewhere over
Leon
here.
Foxtrot 287, contact Bordeaux control 125.3.
Contact Bordeaux control 125.3, Leon Foxtrot 287.
I was about to say the
Bordeaux
airport is going
control,
to be
Leon
covered
Foxtrot 287,
with clouds, but
evening,
it's
passing
clearing
flight
now.
level 113, descending to flight level 090.
Leon Foxtrot 287, Bordeaux control identified. Eurowing 72 Lima, contact Bordeaux control 130.9er.
Center on 130.9er, Eurowing 72 Lima.
Yeah, I time accelerated a little bit. That's why it was a little faster. I just want to get down so I can get rid of this glitchy auto throttle.
Leon Foxtrot 287, contact Aquitaine approach 129.875.
Contact Aquitaine approach 129.875, Leon Foxtrot 287. Aquitaine approach, Leon Foxtrot 287, passing flight level 096, descending to flight level 090 with information mic.
Leon Foxtrot 287, Aquitaine approach. Good evening, QNH1027, expect the ILS approach runway 23 with the direct transition.
QNH1027, expect the ILS approach runway 23 with the direct transition, Leon Foxtrot 287.
There it is, directs. Nice. Yes.
Leon Foxtrot 287, descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 1027.
Descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 1027, Leon Foxtrot 287.
So let's tune in the ILS freak.
Leon Foxtrot 287, descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1027.
110.3.
Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1027, Leon Foxtrot 287.
Course is 225. So the airport is under the clouds somewhere over there. By the way, now you can see the external lights extended. Really cool. Don't see this anymore on the planes. We're only missing the central light, but we're not getting it out just yet. At least the throttle is standing still now. We're descending to 3,000 feet. That's also the approach altitude. There we are, going to vRAAS. And then to vRAAS.
Leon Foxtrot 287, cleared direct directs, cross directs at or above 3,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 23.
Cleared direct directs, cross directs at or above 3,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 23, Leon Foxtrot 287.
So you're going to land with flaps full. This panel looks great at night. It's got this little glow from these lights. Looks really impressive. And Betsy looks stunning in this color. Thousand feet. We're in the soup. Well, almost. Surfing it. There's the twitchy throttle. Doesn't look good. I bet the guys at Just Flight already know this, but still I'm going to make sure they are aware. So one thing I've not talked about is the embedded checklists here. This looks really impressive because they're interactive here. You can actually rotate the papers or remove them entirely. You can actually import the documents here as well. So, previous page, next page, rotate clockwise, rotate anti-clockwise. So if you press one of these, you know that there's also these levers here. Pretty cool. The VAE 146 also has this, so it's something that Just Flight does regularly with their aircraft. So the airport is somewhere behind these clouds. We can't see it now.
All aircraft be advised, information November now current, QNH 1027.
So let's calculate our approach speeds. So we are going to land with auto brake low. QNH 1027, and it's going to be runway 29er. Actually, it's runway 23. So our vRAAS is 113, and we're going to need 2,400 feet, more or less, of landing distance. We're about to make a left-hand turn, and then we will be continuing on 3,000 feet. So apparently it should have been above 5,000. Let me confirm that on the chart. Yep, we should be at 5,000 at this point, but we descended below that to 3,000. That was my bad. I didn't check the chart or the constraints there. So we are below the desired altitude for the charts. The minimum altitude should be 5,000. And the maximum should be 9,000. We should only be at 3,000 intercepting the ILS itself, so we're a bit low than mandated. We should be descending now to 3,000, so a very cool descent rate towards 3,000 feet. No biggie.
Altimeter setting.
We are at the transition. Let me just confirm the DHs.
Altimeter setting.
1027.
Alpine 831 Foxtrot, maintain 240 knots. Maintain 240 knots, Alpine 831 Foxtrot.
Here it comes along the nose line. And there it is, shining in. So we're past, now we're going for the conventional approach for the ILS, right there. So we're just transitioning without vector stored Wagner. It's crazy that it didn't, well, it did create an intercept point. After BD 232. There's the airport. So again, our vRAAS is 113, so we need to start decelerating the plane as soon as we turn in for the ILS. We're going to set our auto brake to low. We're going to set flaps full on schedule. Engage our approach mode right here, and then our landing mode there. There's the one of the airport's runways. There's some clouds above. a speed reduction to 220 knots here. Bordeaux is a very big city, as you can see. Throttle's still playing around. We're about to turn. Airport's right over there. Apparently no traffic around. Or it did beyond a TC crash. No, it's still there. There's just no traffic. We are clear for the ILS. There we are. Let's confirm 110.3 and 225 heading. That's correct. Set this to as low as it is. Now we're going to set it to normal. Let's engage the approach mode.
Localizer alive. Block captured. Glide slope alive.
We're going to remain at 3000 until the glide slope is captured. Localizer is captured. Glide slope is armed. Should be reducing speed, but since it's not, we'll do it by hand. The soup.
Leon Foxtrot 287, contact Marinette Tower 118.3, bye-bye.
Contact Tower 118.3, Leon Foxtrot 287, bye-bye. Marinette Tower, Leon Foxtrot 287, ILS approach runway 23.
Set flaps 8.
Leon Foxtrot 287, Merrimack Tower, wind 330 degrees, 10 knots, runway 23 cleared to land.
Flight slope intercept.
Runway 23 cleared to land, Leon Foxtrot 287.
Plane struggling a little bit, so we are cleared to land. Plane isn't that good intercepting ILS. I've noticed this with the F100. Let's get flaps 15 in. We're in the soup. Gear down. We're overspeeding, but speed's coming down. Let's get to our VAP. Continue clearing the flaps. There's the runway. Again, we're getting tailwind.
Speed checked, flap 42.
Let's go full flaps then. Yeah, there's definitely some tailwind here. No big deal, but it's not the first time Beyond ATC does this. We're perfectly visual.
Flaps.
I have
Flaps.
so vRAAS is a little too overzealous with flaps. This happened to us with the Fokker 100 as well. Cabin's ready.
Approaching 2-3.
And autopilot off. 2-3 check.
Flaps. Flaps.
I got it. Don't worry.
500.
Approaching minimums.
Unstable. Unstable.
What? No, we're not.
$100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Touchdown.
Reverse.
Reverse set.
60 knots.
Reverse in. Auto brake off.
Leon Foxtrot 287, exit left at Charlie.
Exit left at Charlie, Leon Foxtrot 287.
This is Bravo. We can exit at Bravo. No need to go all the way down to Charlie. We don't need to go down to Charlie. Right.
Leon Foxtrot 287, contact ground 121.9er.
Ground 121.9er, Leon Foxtrot 287.
Let's contact ground, ask them for a gate.
Leon Foxtrot 287, request taxi to allocated gate.
Leon Foxtrot 287, taxi to Stan Yankee 22 via Bravo Papa, Whiskey November.
Taxi to Stan Yankee 22 via Bravo Papa, Whiskey November, Leon Foxtrot 287.
Bravo. Where's Whiskey November? What? There's no such thing as Whiskey November.
Alpine 597 Victor, hold position for traffic.
Hold position for traffic, Alpine 597 Victor.
Oh, yes, there is. Bravo. So, Bravo Papa. So these are the Bravos. Alright, so we're gonna turn left here, then Whiskey November to gate Yankee 22, which is the last one there. Alright. So let's turn left here. Yep, that's Papa. Papa. APU is available.
Alpine 597 Victor, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Alpine 597 Victor.
So we're now in Papa, then turning to Whiskey November. So not on this one, this is entry V2. E2, then there will be entry E1, and then we'll go through with Whiskey November. Entry 2, here we go. So we need to go to entry 1, then Whiskey November. Volotea. We flew a Volotea A319 not that long ago. Entry 1, we're getting some stutters here on this airport. So this is Yankee 1-2. Just checking if GSX had the right gate. Yankee 2-1, and there's Yankee 2-2. Being overtaken by an EasyJet Airbus. Here's our marshaller.
Alpine 597 Victor, via Alpha cross runway 23, taxi to holding point uniform, runway 23, via Alpha, Papa 1 Alpha uniform.
Via Alpha cross runway 23, taxi to holding point uniform, runway 23, via Alpha, Papa 1 Alpha uniform, Alpine 597 Victor.
It's twitching, just like my Autotron.
Alpine 597 Victor, contact Merignac Tower 118.3, have a good evening.
Contact Tower 118.3, Alpine 597 Victor.
Fully up. Parking brake set. Just gonna wait for the flap indication. Alright. Engine shut down.
Cabin crew,
2.
go to manual and cross check.
No music.
Welcome to your destination.
It's just alright, let's call it in and ask them to deboard.
The boarding requested.
On behalf of the entire crew, we would like to thank you for flying with us today, and we wish you a safe onward journey.
Chokes on, GPU.
Passengers bus is coming.
GPU's on. Oh, I'm getting a lot of stutters here. Startle power on. APU off. Beacon is off. Seatbelt signs off. Pumps off. Pitot tubes and window heat off. And we'll leave it like that. We're going to leave the ADRs on. So let's go outside. So, oh, that's not looking good. So guys, welcome to Toulouse. I'm getting a lot of stutters on this airport, don't know why. Lots of stutters. Welcome to Toulouse. I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. It was quite a pleasant one, aside from the auto throttle issues we had earlier. Really don't know what's going on. Also having these stutters now as we landed in Bordeaux. Again, don't really know what's going on, but I will definitely investigate with the Just Flight team. This was the Fokker 70, part 2 of our Fokker series from Just Flight. Fokker 70, Fokker 100, released last week, and today we've performed the flight on the little pocket rocket. There is the Fokker 70. Really pleasant aircraft, aside from the issues. We love the 100. I think I like the 100 more, just because I have an affinity with the Portugal Airlines livery, but this one is a little smaller but still quite capable, carries a lot less passengers to annoy you anyway. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, donate if you can. There's a Buy Me Coffee link in the description if you're willing to.
Goodbye.
Everything helps. Also, you can share with your friends and let them know that there's such a thing as commercial aviation for amateurs, so to speak. And yeah, really appreciate you guys coming. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Draxi, for coming. You guys are really top-notch for coming almost every flight. So guys, I hope to see you next time with the Glide Slope channel. Now I'm in Bordeaux, so I need to connect the flights elsewhere. I got a couple ideas for the next destination, but if you guys have a better suggestion, if you have any idea, let me know. Which aircraft, which destination, I'll definitely consider it. Some of the flights I've done in the past were suggested by you guys. And so, out of Bordeaux, where should I go? You guys tell me. So, again, thank you all for coming. You know, problems, they do happen. It's part of the job, I suppose, of flying planes. Even in real life, sometimes planes don't cooperate. Sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate.
I love to fly.
It happens. But guys, even with the clouds above, oh, here comes the buzz. The buzz is going to cross our plane. See? There we go. And there it is. Always does this. Why? I don't know. So like I was saying, if whatever problems you face in your life, remember that up there, the blue sky is still there above the clouds. So rest in there, the sun is shining still. It's only going to take a moment. Guys, until the next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.
stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun, no limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun, no limits when the drums begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light.